There we go.
Hello, Twitch. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you there, but I'm so glad you're here. It's time to thank you, the ice cream truck drivers. Who are the ice cream truck drivers? Well, these are the folks that deliver that fucking ice cream straight to your fucking ear holes. Right now, I'd like to thank David Walker, Dead Laszlo, Dirty Old Scoop, Galactic President Scooperstar McScoopsalot, Ice Blue Scoop, Jacob Dinklager, Jeff Harris, Jobin Bowers, and John Mattingly. If you want to be an ice cream truck driver, and I sure hope you do, preachingfun.com is where you can go. Preachingfun.com. Head over there, sign up to be an ice cream truck driver, and who knows? The life you save may be your own. And now, a show.
Hey, Johnny, do you want to go to an ice cream social?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Great, let's go.
Oh man, it's so exciting. We have the stars of Showgirls, the Unauthorized Musical here with us. Talk about all things Showgirls. It's pretty exciting. But Elaine and Kady are here.
It's time for Matt Mattingly's Ice Cream Social. Sitting over there in Las Vegas, that's Matt Donnelly. Sitting in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that's Paul Mattingly. And in Las Vegas, it's me, Jacob, the audio guy. We're preaching fun. I forgot Pittsburgh for a half second there.
That's easy to do.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania. Philadelphia? No, that's not right.
No, we're still covered in snow. It's so cold here. It's disgusting. It's in the single digits, and it's going to be that way for a long time.
It's disgusting.
We're going to get hit with a lot of snow later this week. It's going to be awful. But
I walked outside with no shoes on today and just took the dogs outside, went and fed the fish, and thought, boy, this sure is a nice January day.
Man, it's getting crazy everywhere.
I'm fighting with my kid to take a sweatshirt with him every day. He's like, I don't need one. I was like, you might. It might suddenly become January for real. You don't know.
If you're out after it gets dark, you'll need one. I leave the house every day. Like if I have a backpack with me or something, I have a sweatshirt inside the backpack because I know once it gets dark, I'll need it.
Jacob and Paul, what was your opinion of Showgirls, the movie, when it came out, and what is it now?
I love it unapologetically. We have a friend, SJ and I have a friend who was in the Showgirls movie. She was one of the dancers in the Showgirls movie. So we've had multiple movie watching parties with her over the years with different friends, and she would talk about some of her experience putting Showgirls, the movie, together and all that kind of stuff. And boy, I was the right age for Saved by the Bell. So Elizabeth Berkley coming into doing an NC-17 movie when I was in junior high, maybe a freshman in high school, was a big fucking deal. Let me explain that to you very clearly. It was big.
It really was like Tiffany Amber Thiessen's Maxim photo shoot and put it on blast.
Yeah, it did. It did.
You think that's enough? It is not.
Hold my beer, Maxim photo shoot.
It took me a little while to get into that flick. I didn't watch it during its original theatrical run. I believe I owned it on DVD at some point.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not sure. But I have seen it a couple times. It's hilarious to me. And I am Facebook friends with Patrick Bristow, who is the Kady choreographer from the show.
Great.
He is actually good friends with my pal, Sarah McChesney, who has worked with Henson in the past. She's a puppeteer. And Patrick has gone on. He is the host of Puppet Up for most of the time that show is done, which is the improvised Muppets.
The Henson improv.
I think I know where this is going, Paul. And no, we're not making an all puppet version of Showgirls. We're not doing it. We're not going to do it.
Not yet. Not yet. And also, Matt, it's not an all puppet version. It's an all puppet version except for one human character. That's how it goes. Right. That's how these movies are produced.
That's right. That's right. Who would the one human character in Showgirls be, Paul?
Oh, it had to be Kyle MacLachlan coming back to reprise his role. He's the only one with the He's the only one with the gravitas to pull it off. Like, with a straight face. He could do it with a straight face.
You're right. You're right.
I know. I haven't not thought about this. But yeah, I'm desperate that maybe one day I'll get involved with Puppet Up a little more too, because I've got a lot of satellite pals within that orbit.
Paul, the question wasn't about you and puppets at all. As a matter of fact, it was what did you think about the movie?
Well, what I'm saying is, Showgirls.
You're clarifying a question you've only asked yourself.
Has always been rife for parody and puppetry.
Well, I believe you do get both in this unauthorized parody. I'm going to see it tomorrow night. It's the press opening, so I'm going to see it tomorrow night. Very excited.
I have tickets to see it, I think, on March 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, where a group of us are going to go on March 1st and go see it.
Elaine, when this first came on your radar, what made you decide to hop in and give it a go to be in the Showgirls parody musical?
Well, I've always been a huge fan, and particularly a huge fan of Nomi Malone, which is the character I'm playing. I mean, she's just a savage. Like, when else as a woman do you get to, basically practically stab people, push them down the stairs, play all of the emotions, but you're just a girl with a dream. And you just have to do, she's just dealing with the obstacles in front of her, taking them on one by one.
Good.
And so I've always loved her, and it's a joy to play her.
A Rosie the Riveter type, if you will.
A pioneer, yeah.
The feminist icon, writer and director Joe Esterhaus, named Nomi Malone because it would be basically also mean Nomi, I am alone, and he wanted that to be very significant about that character.
I want to see a list of the top 10 things that he wanted to be significant in Showgirls.
Oh
my God, me too.
It's quite like the license plate. He has a lot. He made all the choices thinking he was making a very significant movie.
Good. That's what I want.
Well, and he was.
Yeah, he was right.
And touchdown success.
Yeah. Remind people who Naomi is.
It's Nomi, actually.
Nomi, excuse me.
So she is.
Start there.
So
I will see myself out.
Yeah, she's the main character, one of the main characters in Showgirls, and we catch up with her kind of hitchhiking to Las Vegas. She decides she's going to go to Vegas and dance. We don't know that much about her past at the beginning. That kind of is revealed later on, but she's a dancer. She's ambitious, and she sees one of the big production shows in Las Vegas starring Crystal Connors, my co-star here, Kady. And she's kind of like, I could do that. And this from there ensues the path of ascension, taking out obstacles as they come, whether that be her fellow showgirls or Kyle MacLachlan, who's the entertainment director, wooing him, just kind of, all the steps that I'm sure real showgirls go through to make it to the top.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I wanted to hear about the parallels between Nomi and your own showbiz career, of course.
Right.
What are the positives and negatives?
Well, if a man's trying to sexually harass you, you got to pull a knife on him, obviously. Yep. Especially, post 2016, they really, that is encouraged.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Right.
If someone's in your way, you've got to push them down the stairs, either literally or figuratively. But I do like the literal approach personally.
It is. It works. It works.
Yeah, it does. And you just have to, try and make sure you don't get caught. Because that's the key to it all,
We actually did have a guest on the show. It was Peep Show.
Oh.
And they did have shenanigans. Do you remember someone put pins in her boots? Someone was trying to sabotage her and put thumbtacks in her boots.
Oh, I
trying to
do
take her out of the
vaguely
show.
remember this. That sounds familiar. What? There was so much
Tara.
shit going on with that show.
Tara, yeah, someone tried to put pins in Tara Palsha's boots.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did apologize.
Ah.
Well,
What
you
a
know,
bitch.
this was the career path chosen by Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Uh-huh.
She came up as a Vegas showgirl.
Sure.
That was how she cut her teeth. And then, speaking of cutting their teeth, Matt, you might want to close your ears for this. I've mentioned this before, but it's been a minute. So you remember the Jenna Jameson, the porn star.
That name's familiar.
Sorry, I was just trying to.
She also went through a dancer / showgirl moment at a very early age, and at a certain point, she went so far in her ambition. She had braces on at the time, and it would belie her young age. She had her brother take pliers to her head and pull the braces off.
Ah!
Yes.
Oh my God.
In order to pass as older. Yeah.
Wow.
So she, if you've ever read her biography, that's a hell of a showgirl biography too. That's pretty.
I'm gonna do that. My son has braces right now. I'll make sure to remove them myself with pliers.
You don't own pliers.
Daddy needs smokes. Jacob, take my son's braces off his face.
Make him come over and bring some pliers.
There's got to be some silver in these things. Melt them down.
Now, Kady, every time I watch this movie, sorry, I'm just going to jump right into the next.
We both were doing the same thing. We both are transitioning to Kady. Go ahead.
That's
Jacob,
right.
The floor is yours.
Kady, every time I watch Showgirls, I am struck by the 90s Vegas and all of the kind of entertainment landscape that was 90s Vegas. I moved here in 2007. And you and I have been old. We're old friends. We've known each other for a couple of years, for a year or two. And this is my training from SJ. I just say I've known people for a year or two.
That's good.
Smart.
Yeah. And so we've known each other for a year or two. How much does that kind of old Vegas and old showbiz casting in Vegas and kind of that old showbiz energy in Vegas, how does that make you feel? How compare that a little bit to the to your old days in Vegas, if you would?
Oh, well, I mean, I remember so when I moved here in 2008, like the Riviera, which is very prominent in the backdrop of that movie, was still up. Like some of those old neons that you see in the movie were still here. And so, yeah, it just, when I watch it now, parts of it feel still very like today Vegas, but most of it feels really, really old and not dated, but like, oh, that was so beautiful. Why did we get rid of that? Yeah.
Vegas gone so mainstream now that you see old portraits of when it was still like this cool kind of like escape place, and you're like, oh man, badass.
Right.
Yeah.
Kids from Iowa hitchhiking on the side of the road.
Different places.
Did you always love this movie, Kady? Did you always have a love affair with this movie?
No, I didn't really see it. It's weird the way I saw it. When I grew up, both my parents, right. My parents were ministers, so I definitely didn't see Showgirls until I was moving out here. Like literally the night before I moved out here to be in Jubilee, I watched two movies. I'm not even making this up. I watched Showgirls and I watched Alive because it was on TV and I was about to get on a plane. And I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with me.
If you had given me a million guesses for the second movie, I would have not gotten to Alive.
Were you simply trying to scare yourself out of making this life move? Were you trying to be like, don't do it?
I don't know. But the weird thing is that Showgirls didn't make me afraid to come out here and be in a big Showgirl show. It actually made me even more excited.
Oh, really?
That movie's so pretty. The costumes and the makeup. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, you give people a little inside behind the curtain look. the audition process. We see a little bit of like the big lineup audition for the big Vegas Showgirl show in Showgirls. We talk a little bit about those big kind of lineup auditions where 100 people, 200 people, 300 people would show up, and they just have to basically go through them factory style.
Yeah, well, the first thing that Jubilee would do, which I totally appreciated, was they held like a stick up, and before you even stepped on the stage, if your head did not pass that stick, it was thank you so much, goodbye, because you're not tall enough to be in the show then.
SJ is familiar with the stick.
Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry.
And you're like, I know, but I still want to get my tits out today, and now I can't even do that.
Oh, yeah. She would show up with like tall hair and everything, and they'd smush it right down with the stick.
Yeah.
I feel it to be so good.
Oh, that's a bummer. And then the next
was our tall friend.
thing,
She was a Jubilee.
That stick was the director. That's the weird part.
That stick was named Fluff.
Right.
That was Fluff the stick.
Yeah. And then the next thing they would do is you had to do PK turns across the stage, because you can tell in one PK turn if that person has had any dance training at all.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah. So then they would make a cut from there, and then you'd start learning combos and stuff. And so
before the combos, what percentage of people are cut before the combos?
Oh, 50.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Because a lot of girls would show up just like, well, I'm pretty. Well, I dance at this strip club. I could be in this show. Kind of know me style, actually.
Yeah. That's what I tell myself.
They got the idea.
I leave the house. I tell myself I'm pretty, and then I go about my day with a lot of confidence.
I'm pretty enough to do this.
And in this show, you play the villain, Gina Gershon's part. Was that something you were looking forward to playing? Is something you wanted to play?
I had played Nomi the last time we did this show, which was like almost a decade ago.
Okay.
And when Troy said he was doing it again, I said, cool, I'll be one of the dancers. I don't want to be Nomi. Because that part's really hard. You don't leave the stage. It's exhausting. And then
Elaine just pointed to her head like mental note.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is up there with Penn saying, don't write yourself running in scenes.
Very smart. Yep. And so then when it was getting closer to auditions, I kind of said to him, I feel like if no one shows up for Crystal that you're interested in, I feel like I could play Crystal. I've been a showgirl now for 17 years, and I'm tired and I'm jaded. And, I
so you
get
felt
this
like
woman.
Between the last iteration and this one, you felt like you have earned the role.
100%. Yep.
Like, I want the role that I identify the most with, and that is this person over here.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself.
And now, you and Elaine have been friends for a long time. You guys have been accused of being twins. You've done a lot of gigs together.
Yep.
Was not knowing you guys didn't realize at the audition that you'd be working with each other in the two lead roles, right?
Well, so Elaine had kind of talked to me about maybe auditioning for Showgirls before the audition popped up, and then she just wasn't at auditions. And
fucking boss move, Elaine. Boss
the
fucking
best
move.
way to get apart.
Leave them one more.
And then, like, when they were looking for a Nomi, I was like, look, there is one girl I know of in this city that is beautiful, that is great to work with, and that is absolutely not afraid to be crazy ugly.
That's the requirement.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that girl was busy.
She was too busy making some kind of giant Hormel chili dip on her.
Yeah.
Elaine has this. You have this whole entire other life as this. Is it? Do you say bizarre cooking influencer? How do you phrase your?
Okay, so I say like content creator or like internet chef, but yeah, I kind of have an alter ego that's especially on my Instagram, like a Midwestern housewife who is well-meaning and just trying to make semi-homemade, like Sandra Lee, in the largest quantities possible most of the time. Yeah.
You have this gigantic grill that you always just pile tons of stuff on to create these amazingly ornate, delicious looking, but crazy huge meals.
Well, thank you for the delicious looking. That's such a quite a compliment. Yeah, this summer, like I just had this idea. I really wanted to do Blackstone stuff. So we got one of those big Blackstones. I think ours is like 3 feet. And anything that you could cook on a Blackstone or could not cook on a Blackstone, I tried it. So
what's your favorite? What's your least favorite?
Well, one of my favorites was, I saw this recipe for twice baked apple and cherry pie. And so I went to Costco and bought 3 large versions of those. And I flipped them face down on the Blackstone one after another, drizzled them with some sweetened condensed milk, added some other ingredients. Just, you need if you need like a big pie to feed a group of like 60 to 100, like I definitely recommend doing it this way.
I remember like I became friends with Elaine through just like mutual friends in town, and so I became friends on a regular Instagram account. And then someone was like, "Well, obviously she's busy being an influencer," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And I was just only friends with your personal account, and I was like, whatever. And then I went over to your big page, and you were making like a punch for like if you're having a backyard, get together, make a punch. And then I was like, and I was like duped. You're like showed like a little thing of fruit punch, and all of a sudden there's like a kiddie pool. And the kiddie pool is being filled, just filled with booze and liquids and all kinds of chopped fruit and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, "What's happening?" And then I looked at your page. I was like, "It's all this crazy stuff."
Yeah. Like lots of themed party foods. Sometimes it's in a fish tank. Sometimes it's in a kiddie pool. You got to make the people happy. Give them what they want.
You do. You do. You did one like a pumpkin pie one near the holidays on that big grill, like a pumpkin thing. And I was like, I like your videos because you go like yes, and then all of a sudden something happens, you go no, and then something else happens, you go yes, and then you're like no, and then by the end you're like, I would eat all of that. I would eat all of that. She's right. Yeah. She won.
Yeah. I've got to check this out. I have a Blackstone, so I've got to check this out and see what I need to be doing on my Blackstone.
Yeah,
you're busy with your crazy influencing, content creating. Yeah. You say to your friend you want to be in Showgirls. You don't go to the audition.
Smart.
What happens when you get the call from Kady? Was it oops, I forgot, or was it like were you on the fence about committing the time? Like what happened there?
No, you know what? I was on the fence about getting my boobs out.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't on the, I guess like I haven't been in a show like Jubilee. I haven't ever been, I don't even do burlesque or anything like that. So, it was a not sure / deal breaker for me with that. And so I had talked to her about it, but then, when they didn't have a know me, well, I was like, okay, this is my dream role. And I figured maybe there was a little more wiggle room for negotiation with that.
Right. Holly Berry negotiated like $500,000 a tit in that one movie she did.
Monster, I think. Monster's Ball. That's
it. Yeah. Well, my rate is similar.
There's also a 5 in it.
No, it wasn't Monster's Ball. Monster's Ball was artsy. There's a movie where she basically like someone goes like hello, and she just puts the thing like it was like a big action movie.
Oh yeah, that's
just
right.
Like puts a sun thing down. She's just topless on a chair for like a split second.
Yeah,
it was like $1 million just to do that scene. Otherwise, yeah. And then she did Monsters Ball just because she wanted to hook up with Billy Bob Thornton. I think there was nothing else to it.
Oh, I get it. I mean, dream.
Now, Kady, you're also very shy about nudity. Is that right? I was gonna say, Elaine, you probably talked to the one worst person to talk to if you were nervous about nudity on stage.
That's true. That is true.
Swordfish, by the way, swordfish.
Swordfish. That's it. Yeah. I bet it was much more negotiable. I bet Kady was probably the hardest person to negotiate with.
Well, yeah, she was pro.
Well, Kady takes the term wiggle room personally. She's like, no, if there is room to wiggle, we shall wiggle.
The funny thing is when. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Elaine.
No, you.
When they figured out how to do the topless, not topless, I was the only one like, so I can't get my tits out now because no one else is. All right.
So you hit your own deal breaker, Kady. You were
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say in the parking lot, post like coming in and reading with everyone, I was like, she like had me very close to convinced. I was like, well, maybe like
Jacob. By March 1st, who knows, buddy? Who knows, pal?
That's right. We'll see.
You've been doing previews. How's it been going?
Good, really good. We've had great audiences. Some areas get like way bigger laughs than you expected, and then other areas you're like, okay, like this needs to be tweaked a little because it's not getting a reaction. So they've been helpful and they've been supportive and good. Yeah,
I think parodies are hard that way. Parodies are on the broad strokes. Of course, it's like it's very much a layup to obviously celebrate Showgirls musically, and everything is super fun. But yeah, parodies get really tricky because it's hard to figure out what fits in the box, like theatrically, but you're poking at the fourth wall the whole time. You're dealing with an audience that has a knowledge base of the material. Paul and I did 50 Shades the parody together, so that's why we're talking about that. Is that it was always strange to figure out like what your relationship with the audience is with the material.
Well, and also it's a similar vibe with 50 Shades the parody, because we always joked it's not really 50 Shades the parody, it's just 50 Shades and look how ridiculous this is. And I think there's probably a not dissimilar effect.
All the craziness came from the source material.
Right. Not dissimilar effect probably coming from Showgirls, because there are moments that it's just beyond parody, some of that film. Yeah.
Right. I mean, like direct from the script, what's Al's line word for word? It's like,
it must be strange not having anybody come on you.
Yes.
This is what I'm talking about. Yes.
Exactly.
And Paul, you relate to that line a lot, yeah?
I was.
Yeah. You're talking about source material.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
Playing Gina Gershon's part, Kady, is it as fun as you thought it would be? More fun? Is it crazy? Is it hard? What was it like taking on this role 10 years after not playing it?
There are parts of it that feel very, very natural. I will say, like, some of the things that I have to say to know me, Elaine, are difficult for me because Elaine is so goddamn funny. It is difficult at times just not to laugh out loud on stage. Like my very first scene with her, I say something and then she screams in my face and she runs over to a wall and slams herself into the wall. And it's just like that's probably the hardest part of being Crystal. Everything else is natural.
Was it a total head trip? Because you basically went from Maria to Baroness von Trapp, so what's that shift like? What's mentally, do you find yourself, are you ever at times in opposition to the character you're playing in a way? What's the game there?
No, never, because as I've gotten older in the tiny space that is the like classic showgirl world, I see all these young green girls coming in thinking they know everything. And so I have slowly just grown into Crystal.
I think that's just what happens, right? Like you just grow up in the entertainment industry and you go like, yeah, that's just what people are now. I don't know what you want.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So
You've made us into this.
No, I was
that's exactly how I feel. This city and show business in this city made me into this.
I was, just visiting with my mother-in-law, and she, of course, was in No No Nanette with Ruby Keeler when Ruby Keeler made her big triumphant return, or whatever. And someone brought up, I'm trying to remember the name of the other. It was another movie star, and Ruby Keeler putting on her makeup quietly goes like, "Yes, but can she still do 1,000 taps?" Blah blah blah, and just talked shit about this other movie star, and I was like.
Yeah.
Based on that she's still in amazing tap shape at her age in her 60s, and basically could still out tap any other movie star.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is someone who left show business and still like kept to receipts.
Oh yeah.
Like, I left this whole thing. I came back. Also, fuck you.
And Elaine, my wife is working on the show as well and speaks so highly of your comedic background. Do you have a formal comedic background, or are you just a funny person?
I started in theater and musical theater like when I was a kid, like 9. I was like 9. I went to performing arts high school, and then I went to AMDA in New York for 2 years, and I started working when I was 20 and in 2007. And actually, like 2008, because I think I started taking at the People's Improv Theater in New York.
Yeah.
And both Nate Starkey and Ashley Ward were teachers of mine.
Love those two. Love those two.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to LA, I was kind of at the Groundlings, like on and off, because sometimes I would take breaks between levels, but between 2012 and 2016.
That's a lot. That's not a small background.
Yeah.
That's a big background.
That's
and actually, what Groundlings training specifically, what Kady's describing, your Groundlings training must be coming in very handy right now with these big choices.
I love like Groundlings style and like just characters and exactly like the
for our
big
listeners
choices.
Like Groundlings is always about like taking your choice, making it distinct, and then take it to a 10. Like that's basically what they're known for, is take your smallest choice and then make it eat everything else in the character, which is why so many of them are iconic from our old Mad TV days to the ones that have the training that stuck out on Saturday Night Live and stuff. It's like those are the that kind of era of comedy where all sketch comedy was so character distinct was definitely because of Groundlings. So you're a heavy hitter. I didn't realize you stuck with the all the training in the post pit. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it was great. Like I think that's my favorite thing in life is just like laughter of reflection, right? Because like it's the best way to connect with other people, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Sometimes you do it on stage, and sometimes you do it on the internet through food.
but through you are through pushing the envelope, through tension spots and and messing with people, like you do figure out
filling a kiddie pool with punch.
Right.
Yeah, like no, I think when you surprise people, their real feelings burst. Right, that's what stand-ups do, and everything else. It's like when you surprise people, their real feelings burst before they can rationalize, and so suddenly that's where you get like a real temperature, a real take of what's happening in the room. And when you're in a comedic environment, when we all get to laugh at that time, it's a relief. We're like, oh, good, we're all flawed. We're all laughing at this thing.
Oh yeah.
We're all secretly maybe hiding our terribleness all the time.
Yeah.
Some of us doing a better job than others.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Hiding it.
Well, people who want to be decent are trying to
hiding.
The time for that game is past, my friend.
I'm so excited to see the show tomorrow night. How long is it running? It's running at the Majestic Theater. We should tell people it's at the Majestic Theater, downtown
Arts District. Beautiful downtown Arts District. So much new stuff in that downtown Arts District. Do yourself a favor. Go see the show. Get your tickets. Get there like 2 hours early. Walk around. Find yourself something to eat. Do a little shopping in the area. Hang out after. There are a ton of bars right there. Again, in walking distance from the Majestic Theater. It's really great. The whole area downtown there in the Arts District has just been blossoming, and And frankly, the Majestic is right there at the forefront of that blossoming. So,
Yes.
so good job to them as always.
I love that theater. We know it's our favorite theater because we beg Troy to perform there all the time, and so
he won't do it.
I love that crazy environment. And how long is it running?
Through March 8th.
Through March 8th.
So we've got every Thursday through Sunday from now until March 8th, and of course special performance tomorrow night.
So cool. So
all right.
So
all right.
We love it early.
Yeah, Jacob wants everyone to come up with shopping bags for some reason, but we'll figure that out.
It's fine.
Your favorite scene to do, Elaine, and then the same question to Kady.
Well, I really love when Kady and I see each other kind of for the first time outside of the dance off. I just think like that's so much fun. And God, I love the whole thing, honestly, beginning to end. I love watching her song Constant Pain. I'm on stage for that, and I kind of get to just like watch and take
that would have been the better question. Much easier to answer. Okay, Elaine, what's your favorite Kady scene? And Kady, what's your favorite Elaine scene?
There you go.
Elaine, you're a better podcaster than I am. Go ahead.
Oh, well, definitely, like I said, Crystal's big solo ballad, Constant Pain, just so much fun. I think there's so many layers to what has been added in that song, and there's just things that crack me up. I mean, starting with the lyrics and what Kady's put on top of it, being a dancer, being a real showgirl. I just think that's a blast, and the audience is having so much fun at that moment.
Yeah. Kady?
For me, it's definitely when Elaine comes out to do a song called Lap Dancin'. The first time that she was just rehearsing it, I had to excuse myself because I was crying, laughing so hard that I was disruptive. Because I'm not going to give it away, but the pole it plays a big part. Of course, she's got to lick the pole, but it plays a big part in that number, and she just goes so full out, and it's so goddamn funny.
Well, I also want to point out, like much like Paul and I were when we did Chase the Parody, what was particularly great about it was original music. You're not using typical parody songs, which is a lot of parodies use typical mainstream songs just to kind of make fun of certain elements or whatever. But this is all originally scored, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, a lot of great songs in it. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming by and checking out Ice Cream Social, and we'll put all the links and all that into our bio and stuff. And people have plenty of opportunities to go see this show downtown Vegas. Hope you guys have an amazing year.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
Break all the legs, y'all.
Thank you so much.
We
will.
Thank you, everybody. I'll tell you who else is going to go see Showgirls, the musical parody at the Downtown Majestic Theater. And that is the following sponsor.
Today's show, Matt and Madeline's Ice Cream Social, is brought to you by Yo-Yo Ma's Yo-Yo Mart. That's right, from 2021. It's from one of the Wills, Yo-Yo Ma's Yo-Yo Mart. Jeez.
Hello, it is I, Yo-Yo Ma, master of the cello. What I'd like you to do is shut off your brain for a moment and hear the sound of a cello as it's played by one of Yo-Yo Ma's specialty yo-yos. This is a Duncan Wonderball. I bang it into the instrument. That's all I can do with it. Now, Yo-Yo Ma will walk the dog. Now, I will do Baby in the Cradle. Yo-Yo Ma's yo-yos from Yo-Yo Ma's Yo-Yo Mart are coated with a special resin that give them a resonance. When you spin that yo-yo, when you go around the world, you really go around the world musically with Yo-Yo Ma's Yo-Yo Mart Yo-Yos.
Enter his scoops to check out. I don't know where I expected that to go, but yeah.
I'm just a better person for having listened to it. So it doesn't matter. I'm just a more.
Where else is it gonna go?
This is it.
OG Scoop in the chat, Matt, is pointing out. Didn't your wife do something with the Showgirls show?
My wife is the choreographer, but I didn't want to flex my my family's involvement with the show. I just
no, we want people to go see the thing.
Yeah. I think Sarah and Troy have talked about working on different projects for a while now, and then as you know, disco closed. Sarah had free time, and nature abhors a vacuum.
Sure.
So,
nature and Sarah abhor a vacuum,
and so. Sarah filled that time immediately with Showgirls and working on Showgirls.
Didn't she agree to do it before Disco Show closed, though?
Yes.
I think she agreed to do Showgirls before she had the time to do it.
That's how you get things done, I suppose.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah, so the timing worked out. But yeah. So we can't wait. There we go. So, yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, I love that show. I've seen. I saw a parody of it in New York back in the day. That wasn't a musical. That was just hysterical too. And I just,
nice.
I will tell you that no one actually loves that show more than my friend. Maybe I won't name him for the story, but he was dating a stripper, and they wanted to watch it together, and he took ecstasy. To when he was rolling when he watched it, and then he was watching it and he thought it was so beautiful and significant, and then he was looking at his girlfriend not react that way, and so he was like leaning over to his side and secretly texting and calling his friends to express how amazing and important Showgirls was.
Well, I've watched actually because that was Paul Verhoeven who directed that.
That's right. Yeah. Esther House is the writer.
The man behind RoboCop.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you look at it, I've watched some really interesting commentaries online.
Yeah.
Where they kind of deconstruct what's going on. It's nuts. The stuff that the messages he was putting in there that didn't necessarily translate.
Right.
For a lot of reasons.
I mean that is what's fascinating about it. If you want to look into it at all, it is like I forget what kind of a filmmaking it was, but it used to be when you watch student filmmaking, you watch whatever films from another country where if they showed a wine bottle, it was supposed to mean something. Every little image is actually supposed to be the significant meaning, and it never translates to the watcher unless you know it ahead of time.
Unless you have also studied that filmmaking method.
Right.
And this film is filled with it. It is filled with people trying to make this such a significant story.
Mm-hmm.
And it just is known for its crazy backstage antics, and then of course bizarre sex scenes.
But let me posit this to you guys. Let me just say, if the three of us were tasked with making Showgirls, the year is 1990, whatever it was, and somebody comes to the three of us and says, "Okay, you guys are going to make this Showgirls pick. We got the girl from Saved by the Bell; she's going to be in it. We got all these other people that are going to be in it. It's Vegas Showgirls, blah blah blah." We'd go, "Great. We're going to start looking into this world." And as soon as you start looking into that world, there is so much interesting stuff. There's genuinely all of this incredibly interesting stuff in exotic dancing, in the showgirl world, and in Las Vegas entertainment.
Oh,
and you want to try to communicate all of that interesting material to the audience. It's just not a thing that's really communicable.
No,
unlike most things in the movie Showgirls, which are very communicable.
I think I think that if this comes out years later, it's more fascinating as a prestige television show.
Yeah. I mean, it's a history document.
Yeah. I think you really see the world through the life of the actual occupation of a showgirl. Obviously, the movie came out last, Showgirl. Taylor Swift just named her album Showgirl.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a fascination with this, and I think largely right now because it's going away. larger right now
Yeah.
because of that kind of idea of putting together some kind of really big production show with pageantry, and that being something that attracts modern audiences is going away.
Yeah.
Now we need celebrities and IP and all this other stuff to make people want to see something. I think, like the largest driver of tourism right now is the fucking Wizard of Oz, right? Like
Yes.
for Las Vegas, right? So it's like I think like we have this fascination of this era that is closing out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even Dita Von Teese opened up her show over at Bally's, and the big discovery was that all of those is it Mac? What's the name of the famous costumer?
Bob Mackey.
Yeah, Mackey.
Bob Mackey. Yeah.
All
Because Dita's show was in the Jubilee showroom at Bally's. So they were using all of the old, or a lot of the old Jubilee costumes. I'm just filling people in on what you're saying.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to let you. I'm trying to let you also. I didn't mean to be like, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. But no, they were in the Jubilee showroom where Jubilee had been since the 60s. I want to say 60s or 70s, and closed. Like I've got pictures on my phone somewhere of them taking the Jubilee sign down outside of Bally's, just because it was right across the street. It was like, and so we just watched this happen every night.
Yeah.
And Jubilee was a show that I saw. I don't even know how many dozens of times I saw Jubilee. And so like Dita's show going in there with all of the costumes, and Kady mentioned a little bit like with the height stick. And I think I'd even talked about this seeing Dita's show when they were doing it. It was so neat with Jubilee because it was this beautiful exhibition of, here are all these people, and we have gotten a group of people that we can get to look as identical as we can and still have 100 people on stage, but we're getting them to look as identical as we can with the height and the build and everything else, and then we're just going to display these costumes on them.
Yeah.
So to see that, and so to see Dita then take that and say we're going to get people who look as different as everyone just truly looks. We're not going to do any of that nonsense of trying, and not nonsense. It's not fair. Different time. But like, we're not going to do any of that stuff where we're just displaying the costume. We're going to display the people as well. And so Dita having people that were of kind of every shape and size up there wearing these costumes that for decades, and from my whole experience, had been like, no, you have to look like this to wear these costumes. It was a neat thing to watch history kind of get turned on its head a little bit with Dita's stuff. But then, yeah, I think you're onto something though. I don't know how interesting that was to the layperson.
Right. I mean, it was. I think that it, through its efforts, became iconic stamp on like what to go see in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right. When you were there, like, and I think part of it was the toplessness and that kind of stuff. But I think that era where you try to meet in the middle. Right, it was like, sure, you're going to stop us, but we're actually going to show you production anyway. We're going to wow you, and it's not going to be lurid. It's not going to be sexual. I mean,
that scene in Rocky IV when Apollo Creed is coming out and the huge production thing with the bull that collapses and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's just a scene out of Jubilee.
It is. It's just Jubilee.
They do that shot. That's in the Jubilee Theater where they do that shot, and they just did a scene from Jubilee. And put Apollo Creed in front of it and put a boxing ring in front of it. But I mean, that's what they did every night. It was crazy.
No, you talking about like Dita, they basically had those costumes just locked up. There's no one in charge of preserving them. And so basically that production company was like, good Lord, and tried to like preserve as much of it as they could and do whatever. And we still right now don't have like a museum or a preservation space for these iconic costumes of
this was the same kind of difficulties and travesty that happened when they closed down the Experience. There were so many pieces of memorabilia, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. So there were so many pieces of memorabilia and actual legit costumes, and not to mention all the replica stuff that just a lot of it went in the fucking trash.
Oh, I mean, I was working at the Tropicana after Follies Bergère closed, which was the kind of the sister show to Jubilee. It was the other big showgirl show in town. And I mean, I found a room one day, maybe a year after Follies had closed, that just had basically all the costumes that had been worn on the final night they had just taken all those costumes as soon as people got off stage and thrown them into boxes and closed them up. They hadn't washed them, they hadn't laundered them, they hadn't dry cleaned them, they hadn't even dried them out.
Yeah.
And so like they were all sweaty, they had mildewed, like they just rotted. Like it was horrible.
Well, it's you know,
we'll save the day. There's a silver bullet. We own it. We own the silver bullet, guys.
Yeah, it's a silver bullet.
Chapeau was a production show.
Chapeau could do it. I mean, we've got the first number written. Do it. We've got the first number written.
Seduction escalated.
Yeah.
Seduction escalated. We're right there.
Yeah. It's halfway there. It's halfway there.
I'll tell you who else is halfway up that escalator to success, and they're going to slap on those butt cheeks to show their appreciation, and that's the following sponsor.
Today's show, Matt and Madley's Ice Cream Social, is brought to you by RFK Jr.'s throatworm-based lozenges. That's from Scoop of Monte Cristo in 2025. This is RFK Jr.'s throatworm-based lozenges.
It's cold and flu season. It's cold and flu season, and whole milk.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been determined that RFK Jr. is in fact Jabba the Hutt being choked to death by Princess Leia from Return of the Jedi. His death scene on the sailing barge is a literal translation of verbiage from the future from our Department of Health and Human Services Commandant.
Hey, Scoops at checkout.
Yeah.
I didn't know an ad was going to get us sued by JFK and Disney all at the same time. So I got some firewood delivered to my house the other day.
Firewood delivery, huh?
Firewood delivery. So what I usually do, because we have a fireplace in the house, we use that to keep the house warm during the winter time. So we don't have to run the heat so much, and it's just a little nicer.
Oh yeah, that bitter Vegas cold. It'll get
That's
you.
right. That's right. You know, it'll get down into the 50s sometimes.
We are in show business. We put on productions. Fire is an element that we have as like part of our hosting abilities.
That's right.
We all come over in our short sleeve shirts for our winter barbecues in the backyard.
Right. The barbecue, exactly. Believe me, I fucking miss it this year. It's already been just shit. We drove yesterday to go visit with my in-laws to go have dinner at this 80s diner. It was kind of cool. It was all 80s vibe, you know, like they had Ghostbusters and shit on the wall.
Oh, like an 80s diner.
Like an 80s thing.
Yeah.
So really
well, like
in
which decade?
The one like right before the 90s.
94, 95. I mean, it really, but it is, right? Like the 80s retro stuff is all the 90s idealization of the 80s. It's not what the 80s. The 80s was really 70s couches in a basement with a big ass TV and a Nintendo hooked up to it.
Well, yeah.
That's what the 80s was. It wasn't all fucking Dayglow triangles.
What's your story, Paul?
Listen. Telling you.
Paul telling us what the 80s wasn't.
We're getting ready to go.
You know what else the 80s wasn't?
And the phone alert system goes, "Hey, snow squall warning."
So
snow squall.
Yeah. So Anne's like, "Let's pump the brakes on the snow squall warning. Let's not leave until the snow squall warning is done." So it finishes about 10 minutes after we were going to leave. So she texts our relatives and, "Hey, we're heading up there now." We get in the car, we get on the highway. We're on the highway about 3 minutes, and snow squalls are coming.
Many snow squalls.
It just did not stop. And I was like, it was literally like, I don't know, 70 feet visibility, maybe 60.
Okay.
It was pretty intense.
Maybe 65.
I'm going to give it 30. How about that? 30 feet visibility.
Great.
It was bad. It was really bad. And then the sun would kind of try to peek out and make it even more of like a whitewash.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Anyway, we finally get to the restaurant, and about a minute before we get to the restaurant, it stops. like literally on the road to the restaurant, the squall stopped. And I get out and I look at my phone.
All
and
in
I
all,
go,
we're just trying to eat in the squall.
we were. I look at my fucking phone and I was like, oh, look, Ann, they issued a squall warning again about 40 minutes ago during our drive. She said, can you text them, fuck you? And
You reply to that text.
I would like to do nothing more.
I got this in my kids' school where they always issue if any bus is late, the entire school gets a late bus alert. And I go like, at this point, we should just get alerts for when the buses are on time.
Right?
Like, I
Be
think
less,
that's what makes
hey,
things
everything's
easier.
going to plan. Right. Every other
Yeah.
day, you know that shit's happening. So yeah.
I like that maybe there was a guy at the weather service who was hard of hearing, and every time anyone said anything, he's like, what? Squall warning? Oh, I'll send it out. Sure.
Well,
what'd you
that's the
say?
Squall button.
Squall warning. Squall button. Bing.
The fact that they cut off the squall warning and then issued it again like 5 minutes later. As soon as we got on the road, they started it up again. Like, fuck you.
Well, this is like the
Say
only.
I'm not a
warning
fan of
again.
this winter bullshit.
Because I travel a lot, and so sometimes planes are delayed. The only airline I know that will delay a plane and then go, never mind, actually we're leaving early, is Southwest. Everyone else, if you get your plane delayed, then it's just delayed. But with Southwest, your plane's delayed, you're like, don't go anywhere, because they might just turn around and be like, never mind, it's all here, we're going.
They do. That's again.
Yeah, they will do that shit.
I'm spoiled on the fucking Southwest, man. I love my Southwest.
So so most years I take the truck and I go pick up firewood, and there are these services in town.
That's what I thought, Jacob. I thought you were a man. You know,
that's the thing. So every year I've done this. Every year I've done this. This year I couldn't find anywhere that would let me do it.
Wouldn't let you pick up firewood?
They wouldn't let me pick up firewood. Everywhere is doing deliveries. And I asked one guy, I was like, what's going on with this? And he goes, oh, some people they'll come pick it up and then they'll drive it somewhere and resell it. Like on their own.
Oh.
And my response to that was, so what? They're still selling them a truckload of firewood.
I agree.
Like, so why can't I buy a truckload of firewood then?
Look,
oh my God,
I would
that's
call
funny.
your wood people and be like, look, Ticketmaster couldn't figure this out. You can't either.
Pokemon can't. Pokemon can't figure it out. There's a whole economy based around reselling Pokemon shit.
You can't help it.
Half of our current economy is reselling Pokemon cards.
So I have this area in my shop, in my garage, that is the firewood pile. And it's a big area there, and we pile all the firewood up there every year, and it's there. It's indoors a little bit, like we don't have to go outside to go get it during the wintertime. It's nice. And so he pulls up in his truck, and he takes one look at where the firewood is going to go, and he goes, "Oh, that's not going to fit." And I say, very confidently, "Don't worry, I do this every year." And I point at my truck, which is the same size as the truck that he just pulled up in. So I'm feeling good. I go load that truck up every year with firewood. I stack it all right here. We'll stack it up and we'll put it in front of each other. And it doesn't look like it'll fit, but trust me, it'll fit. And he goes, "Oh, okay, great." And we start unloading the firewood and we start stacking it up. He was correct.
I was going to say, the fact that he was like, all right, was basically like,
let's go then.
You just did the equivalent of someone who works at a restaurant every day, and the customer going like, I eat here all the time.
Yep.
And you're like, no, I work here all the time. And you don't. You just don't.
He is a professional wood stacker, as you are a biannual wood stacker. Yes.
An amateur at best.
Yes.
And so we got kind of the main space of firewood storage area filled up.
Yeah.
And I looked at his truck. I turned to look because he was kind of like bringing wood to me while I was stacking it.
Yeah,
and so
more
I
to
really
come.
paid attention to the truck. And so I turned and looked at the truck, and keep in mind the area that I usually fill up with firewood is now about halfway filled up. At this point, I have filled up about half of the normal load that I bring into this. And
so you were wrong by like a great deal. You were wrong by a significant percentage. But you said they're the same size truck.
Turns out, when you just have 4 guys throwing pieces of firewood into your truck willy-nilly and just stacking them, a lot less firewood fits in it than when one guy very carefully goes through and stacks all the firewood into the truck, getting as much firewood into the truck as possible.
Okay. So this is a stack.
Think you have more than a year's worth of firewood here then?
Oh, yes. Not only do I have more than a year's worth of firewood currently at my house, I have more firewood that I've already paid for at this guy's establishment, that now that he knows me, I can just go pull up in the truck and he will load it. He was like, we stacked as much as we could. I was like, I'm going to call it. There was still maybe
you don't have an account on Truth Social, right?
No.
Okay, you should get one, because what happens is they're going to eventually need to start paying some people to host book burning parties, and so like you should make sure that you're on the forefront of that.
Jesus
Christ. Get on the cutting edge.
You can get on the any book that mentions the word gay or trans or whatever, or a black person or
facts
that our country had slavery at one point.
Yeah,
that's all going to get burned.
That's all going to get burned, and you know what they're going to need for that? Firewood.
Exactly. I mean, it's strange for me to tell you to be profiting in these strange times, but I'm just looking out for you, man.
You know, we got to pivot. Sometimes we just have to pivot.
We got to pivot.
We got to Jeremy pivot.
Jeremy pivot.
So, okay. Wait. So, where are you? Where are you loading up when you're realizing this failure of loading your truck properly is happening? Where are you? Where is this?
This is at the house.
Is that your house?
So he brings a truck because they won't let me come pick it up. So he brings a truckload to the house, but he has packed the truck in such a way that he has filled every space in the truck.
Every nook and cranny is the firewooded.
When the guys fill my truck up, when I go pick it up, I basically pull up, hand them like $60, and they just, like 4 dudes, just start throwing pieces of firewood into the bed of the truck. I'm always a little worried that my truck is going to get damaged when they're loading it.
Get out of here. Really?
That's how they're loading it. That's the way in which they're loading this. This guy had like carefully packed all this firewood into the bed of his truck. And I mean, it had to have been 3 times as much as I usually get into mine.
Same price.
A little more expensive, but definitely worth the extra cost.
Wow.
But you're at your house.
I'm at my house. So we're stacking it up in my house.
Okay.
And there was maybe a quarter or so of his truck bed left. And I called it. I was like, I can't, like, I'm going to have to start moving shit around to find places for firewood now. And I knew that he was close by because we had already talked about it. I was like, you're going to do more deliveries with this truck tomorrow, right? He said, yeah. So I said, if I leave firewood in your truck, that doesn't screw you up on your later deliveries that you're doing tomorrow. He said, nope, I'm already partway loaded then. That's all that means. I said, great. I said, can I just come pick up about this much firewood later on from your place, which is right down the road from my house?
Yeah.
And he goes, yes, you can. And he looks at it. He goes, that's about 2.5 wheelbarrow loads of firewood that I owe you. Shoot me.
You should argue with it right there. You'd be like, nah, I think it's more.
That's easily 3.
It sounds like he was very gracious.
Hold on, I've got a wheelbarrow in the back. We'll load it up and test this out.
This guy was very gracious in victory.
He was.
With you.
He certainly was. He was very gracious.
I just like he had a second opportunity to misjudge his call again.
You could. I mean, you did miss the runner, but still. I mean, if you two are the only ones that are getting it, he's just like. Eh.
I mean, at that point, I'm like, whatever you say, man. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with a single word you have to say. If you tell me that I should be using a different type of wood, great. Load all this up, take it away, bring me whatever you think. I just agree with you.
Holy
amazing.
Oh, I went back in the house, and later on SJ gets home and I was like, you see that giant pile of firewood? She goes, yeah. Said we have more coming. that chunk, that because like I basically made my 2 big piles of firewood that I always make, and then I made 2 more big piles of firewood in front of that. And I was like, as soon as we burn this like ancillary pile, we're going to get enough to make another ancillary pile.
The only thing you should have done is gotten out ChatGPT and been like, ChatGPT, how much wood will the fit in here? And then like put it in his face. Like, no, I did my research. I did my research. This wood should fit.
It'll be fine. No, we're stacking it wrong. We're the problem. You and I are equally the problem here, sir. Equally.
So you load it from his truck to your truck at your house?
No, his truck into the house. My truck was not involved.
Got it. Okay, that's where I keep getting confused.
Yeah, okay. We were loading it into like the wood storage area in my house.
And he was like, it's not going to fit in that storage area.
Yeah. He was like, absolutely not. And he was just. And
you took the rest of the wood and built a second storage area. You built a second, just put that wood together.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
This is you know what this means? You have too much wood. We should host some kind of mini Burning Man. We should build some kind of figure that we can torch an effigy to celebrate something.
I can't think of any your backyard figures that you'd want to burn an effigy. I don't think we have. We need to wait for a more aggressive political climate so we could
just a know-it-all Norwegian is what we'd build. We'd build a know-it-all Norwegian.
God damn it. Oh fuck.
Oh, people are asking why I didn't want to stack it outside. I just didn't want to. It was going to be more of a pain. This is easier.
It can rain in Vegas.
It can rain in Vegas. Also, like I've got kind of an outdoor fire pit, and there's already a wood pile outside that kind of runs that fire pit, and that one's also full.
Jacob is neat. He doesn't want sloppy wood about his yard. He needs things tidy.
Yeah. Plus, this guy is like a mile down the road from me. This was just easy.
Yeah.
This was just much easier.
As a guy
versus nerd.
As a guy who gets firewood a bag at a time from the grocery store.
Yep. It is easier. It is easier.
It's easier.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is John.
Of wood.
Boom.
We got a Scoopardy from the OG Scoop today. I think he said this was an AI Scoopardy, so I don't know what that means, but we'll find out together. The categories are Matt, Paul, Jacob, and ice cream. Paul, you're up.
I'll try.
Oh, Lemur Screamer, they are local trees. Thank you for asking, Lemur Screamer Creamer. They are indeed local trees. It's a wood like a tree service. This is the other half of the tree service, so that I cut down trees in town and around here and everything, and then chop them up and let them sit in season for a couple of years, and then sell the firewood.
So Andy had AI just generate all of the questions and answers for this quiz.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
This is
we'll see how this goes. Paul.
All right. I'll take me for 200.
Let's see. The state where Paul was born, its official name is a Commonwealth.
That would be Kentucky.
The KY itself, Kentucky.
My old Kentucky home.
Let's see. I'll try Jacob for 200.
Andy, I'm asking you, so when you put this in AI, did you put any facts in with it, or did you simply want AI to use whatever knowledge it already had of this podcast? I'm curious about like the actual
that's interesting
for this quiz.
Yeah.
I gave it just some like one-word things like Springsteen, Louisiana, bourbon, etc.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they kind of just went crazy, and it's some of the questions are really odd.
Okay,
I'll bet they are.
All right, we'll find out together.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
The only U.S. state that is divided into parishes instead of counties, a legacy of its French and Spanish colonial days. It's Jacob's home state. That, of course, is Mississippi. It's Louisiana. Come on.
If you ready, the $800 question is like, Matt last sent a dick pic in this decade.
Right.
I feel like we'd all get that right. Matt, you're up.
I guess we're on a roll here. I'm going to go with no. You know what? I'm going to do Paul 400. I'm going to try to change the game.
Mixing it up. Paul's favorite Star Trek series, the one with Captains Janeway and formerly Cisco overlapping in the same era.
What?
Nope, I'm on board. I like this a lot.
Oh man, I wish I knew this just because it'd be funny to take this question, but I don't.
I don't think AI knows this.
Are you passing? What's happening?
I'm passing. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I guess it's next gen.
All right. Star Trek Deep Space Nine or Voyager. Paul loves both. He quotes DS9 more.
No, that's not. That's blatantly not true.
Paul, you just saw it on the screen. It's very true.
This is why we've got to burn down these goddamn AI power.
Nope, this is great.
Every AI facility must be burned to the ground because this is the kind of bullshit. Oh my god, I know, right? Oh fuck. I'll keep digging into my own grave. 600
for 600. The Simpsons episode where Homer goes to space. Paul can quote the entire rake scene on command. Oh god, I hope this is just an episode number.
I know it's got to be Deep Space Homer.
Oh, okay.
But
it's Deep Space Homer.
Okay. See, now you're friends with AI again.
Look at you go.
No, I'm not.
You love AI.
You love it, AI.
I'm not convinced. Does the rake thing, the Sideshow Bob's rakes happen in Deep Space Homer?
I don't know. I'm going Paul for 800. Paul's go-to improv comedy rule/theorem that states there are no mistakes, only blank.
Oh, opportunities. We'll see what they say here.
I mean, there's opportunities. There's happy accidents. I'll say opportunities. That is what he says. Gifts.
Oh!
I am so on board with this. Matt, you're up.
Ice cream, 200, please.
The top-selling ice cream flavor in the United States year after year.
Well, according to AI, it's going to be like strained peas.
Peas Neapolitan.
Strained peas.
I'll go with vanilla.
Let's try it.
Garbage.
No, I'm sorry. It's strained peas.
Holy shit.
It is vanilla. Paul.
I'll try Matt for 800. Let's go crazy.
All right. Daily double.
Yeah, here's where I win.
How well do you know me, Paul? I'll be so upset if you get this wrong.
In what decade did Matt last send a dick pic? In 2013, Matt absolutely lost his mind watching Penn and Teller debut their jaw-dropping new version of this classic stage illusion, one they had spent over a decade perfecting, involving a live stick of dynamite and a bullet catch gone terrifyingly real.
What?
This is just slop. This is just nothing.
I mean, this is I'm going to say bullet catch.
Let's try it. It's the bullet catch. Well done, Paul.
Bullet catch is in the question.
There's
no dynamite.
There's no dynamite.
Gone terrifyingly real. What the
bullet catch was definitely not debuted in 2013.
Oh my god.
It's great. It's me. I'll try Jacob for 800. Jacob's favorite style of knife for everyday carry, originally designed by Bob Loveless in the 1960s. What? Who is Bob Loveless?
You know, your favorite style of knife. It's got to be a Leatherman, right?
Did he indeed make knives?
Is this a Leatherman?
Like it could be like a Leatherman. It could be like a switchblade.
I bet it's a Leatherman because it's... Well, who the fuck knows?
Oh, no, 60s. I'm going to say butterfly knife.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to go butterfly knife. A drop point or a hunter knife.
You don't even know your own favorite knife? Come on, Jacob.
Apparently not. Apparently not. Matt.
A bunch of shit.
Ice cream, 400.
This ancient civilization around 2000 BC is credited with the earliest known ice desserts made from fruit and snow.
The Ice Maniacs.
Show me the Ice Maniacs.
I'll pass.
Paul.
Pass.
It's me. Is it? This is the Chinese. Chinese did a lot of things. I'll pass though. Fuck.
It was the Chinese.
It's just the Chinese. I didn't believe in myself, everyone. Believe in yourself. That's the message from today's show. Paul.
I'll take Matt for 600.
Daily double.
Both the daily doubles.
They were the bottom two questions for Matt. Bruce Springsteen's debut 1973 album that gave us Blinded by the Light and Spirit in the Night.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
this
unfortunately, Paul, unlike the last question, the answer's not in the question.
No, it's not. Okay. I was going to go with Bruce Springsteen, but
no. Paul, if I was to say hello to you, that's a form of
greeting.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings from...
Yes.
Yeah.
New Jersey City, where he famously started his career.
Oh,
this could be the tripping spot.
Asbury Park.
Oh, and the
album
all
together.
Greetings from Asbury Park.
Greetings from. I'm sorry, Paul. It's greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. I'm sorry you got that incorrect. I'm sorry, Paul.
Oh boy,
it's me. I'll try ice cream for 800.
Oh, you really dinged him on New Jersey?
He didn't get New Jersey. The AI said it was wrong.
Is it just greetings from Asbury Park, or is it Asbury Park, New Jersey?
It is greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
but everyone calls it the greetings from Asbury Park or greetings for short. While we're here, famously, is because Springsteen, his whole band left after the riots and went and started making money with Southside Johnny in North Carolina. So Springsteen started making money going to the New York Village and doing the Dylan route. They wanted to be the next Dylan, but he got his band back together for it, and they were still pressuring him to be like a New York Village musician. So he insisted the title of the first album be called Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey, as a fuck you to the record company.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I also like that Southside Johnny got a little juice.
Anytime we can bring in Southside Johnny, it's we are by far the number one Southside Johnny podcast.
easily the number one Southside Johnny.
And we can probably easily get him for next Scoop Fest. So those things are also true.
I mean, honestly, the fact that we haven't called him up for a churn out and a Tyrannies.
That's the move.
Yeah. He might have just been downstairs for one of the turnouts.
You'd pack the whole place.
Oh, absolutely.
He might have been there anyway. The record-holding number of scoops balanced on a single cone, Guinness of 2023 within 5. 37.
Good guess.
125.
My left nut. What are these? Just like little pancakes of fucking ice cream.
No pancake ice cream.
Bullshit.
Matt.
Let's do.
Don't worry, Matt. There aren't any daily doubles left.
Jacob 600.
The NFL team Jacob bleeds black and gold for. Their home dome is now called the Caesars Superdome.
That would be the Falcons.
The Falcons. The Falcons.
The Saints.
I'm sorry, Matt. That's the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints is actually the correct answer.
Are you arguing on that?
Paul, you're up.
You are ruthless today, Jacob.
He is.
I'm sorry, Matt. It's the AI. It's not me. It's the AI.
I'll do Matt for 400.
Matt's home state, whose nickname is the Garden State, despite what you might think from the Turnpike.
New Jersey.
Wow.
I'm sorry, it's brand New Jersey.
Sparkling New Jersey. Still has that New Jersey smell.
Yeah.
It's me. I'll try ice cream, 600. The ice cream chain founded in Burlington, Vermont in 1978, whose flavors include Cherry Garcia and fish food. It's fish with a PH. Fish. I believe that would be Ben and or Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and or Jerry.
Ben and Jerry's.
I'm sorry, there's no and or there.
I'm sorry, there's no or. It's just a. Matt, you got Matt or Jacob?
I guess I'll go with Jacob Forner just so I can break even.
The brand of bourbon Jacob keeps on his bar cart that's distilled in Kentucky but named after a Louisiana parish.
What? Do you know the answer to this, Jacob?
I don't own a bar cart.
Is there an answer to this?
I don't even have a bar cart.
I can't even think of a parish name to name.
I mean, there's like Orleans,
Treme,
Rapides.
I'll pass.
Paul.
This has to be a Kentucky.
It'd be a bourbon with a Louisiana name.
Yeah,
Louisiana parish name. Yeah, I have no idea. Pass. Oh, Jefferson's Ocean or Jefferson's.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have gotten Jefferson's. I would have named. I probably could have come up with Jefferson's, but I wouldn't have come up with Jefferson's Ocean.
Yeah, I mean, Jefferson's has other not ocean, but they've got other Jefferson's. Yeah. I do have some Jefferson's in the bar
cart.
Well, there you go.
I don't have a bar cart. I just have a bar.
We got to build you a bar cart before next week.
I do need a bar cart. Paul closing out the category and the game. Matt for 200. This duo has performed together at the Wall Street Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas since 2001.
Penn and Teller.
Siegfried and Roy.
Siegfried and Roy. Penn and Teller. I really like that Ben and Jerry's, the answer for Ben and Jerry's earlier had the ampersand in it, but the Penn and Teller answer has the word and spelled out.
Yeah. Good old AI coming through.
That's right. That is the game. Paul wins with 600 because he loves AI the most. Matt's in second with negative 400, and I'm in third with negative 1,600. That's from OG Scoop. Thank you, OG Scoop.
OG, yes.
That AI Scoopardy worked out just fine.
Oh my
OG,
goodness.
I'll say this is a fine experiment. I don't know if it's worth
do it all the time.
No, let's not do it anymore. Let's leave AI alone. Let's stop fucking with AI. Hey, Matt, how is Penn doing, by the way? He hurt his ankle, yeah?
He did. He broke his ankle. He had to cancel all of his shows this weekend, and then of course he canceled the podcast. So I only know from a couple of text exchanges that he's doing okay. He's on the mend.
Okay. I remember distinctly. It really hit me again yesterday when I read this news and they had to cancel shows. I remember distinctly on, I believe it was March 12th of 2020, right before the shit hit the fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was talking with one of the bartenders at Absinthe, and we were talking because, there were rumors of things having to go on pause for a moment.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was up. And I said, well, I'll tell you this. I just found out that Penn and Teller have put their shows on hiatus, and there has to be some real shit for that to happen. So I think things are coming down. And sure enough, the next day and a half later, kaboom.
Yeah.
They were a little
But
bit
then it all
ahead of
turned
the
out to be fine. Paul,
Yeah, no, everything was great. Everything was great.
Incorrect about that.
Everything's just been up since then.
That's right.
Yep.
Turned out it was a hoax, and we're not still doing
me and my negative Nancy thinking. Well,
That's right.
I mean, I am a little concerned that I could explode at any minute, having had many vaccines and updates. But whatever.
But the government's following your every move now that it has microscopic robots.
That's true. I do
inside.
have lots of tracers in here. I'm basically a walking air tag. So
I've said that about you for years.
We're getting a shout out here. Hey, Paul, Nick's son is playing basketball at Madison County tonight. Go Eagles, beat the Indians. Let's go.
Go for it. Yeah, beat the Indians. Of course, they're still the Indians. We're not going to change that. Of course, my fucking alma mater, Madison Central Indians, are still the Indians. Good Lord. I will say it did give me that one wonderful moment when, and John has told the story before, I think too, but I was able to, during a homecoming parade, the Latin club, I chained up my brother to a giant paper mache rock. And because we were the Latin club and we did the myth of who is it that brought fire to the
Prometheus.
Prometheus. So and he was cursed to have a vulture pick his liver out, or an eagle eat his liver every night. So we dressed John up as the opposing team, chained to a rock, and us with a hatchet, like an Indian hatchet, chopping his liver. He was
oh my God.
I got to drive my brother getting his liver chopped by another football player down the main street of Madison County, of Richmond, Kentucky. That was a fucking highlight. Yeah.
And John says he's not in show business. That's
right.
Starring role.
Yeah.
That goes on the resume. That better be on his resume somewhere.
It should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Opposing team Prometheus.
I have another list here, another modest list here, Jacob. Are we
we're figuring out what's going on with the list thing, but yeah, we're gonna keep on thanking people.
All right, well, I want to thank
we're getting to the bottom of everything.
I want to thank Penn Jeff for creating this podcast.
Thanks, Ben. Get well soon.
Yeah,
I want to thank Elaine Hayhurst and Kady Hurd for stopping by, talking about Showgirls parody
fantastic
musical.
To have them there. I love it when we do stay nice and contemporary with Vegas entertainment news.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to thank the following people who have all been paraded by Paul Mattingly through the town to create the Prometheus myth, as they have had their livers pecked at with axes and birds. Danny Olwine, Dark Shift, Dave Serial, Dave Hansen, Dave Peterson, Dave Slusher, David A. Small, David Grassi, David K., David M. Rikov, Risho, I don't know how you pronounce that, Richaux, David Smith, David Sorensen, Deb Title, Dennis Hand, Derek Dozier, Dippin' Dots Jack, Dmitry Stepanchov. Yeah, I got that one right too.
Yeah.
Doc Scoop, Don Donnie, Dr. Tobias Scoopé, and Ed Rosen. Thank you so much.
These people, just like Jacob, have tried everything on a Blackstone, including sucking his dick for magic tricks. Emily Ralph, Emma and Tonka, Fuck the Pony, Emma Gregston, Winos Raccoon, Finn Stephenson, Freeze Dried Scoop, Dave Enright, Gage Saucino, Galen Diggs, Gavin Bristow, Gaspacho Scoop, Gene Zink, Genetic Scoop, Gerardo Garcia, Greg Recton, HS Float Water, a.k.a. With a Scoop Ball, Hoosier Scoop, Ian A. Chapman, J-Rock, Jake Schneider, and James Fox.
And I want to thank the following scoops who all put thumbtacks in Tara Palsh's boots. That's James Hubble, James McPhee, Janine Lankard, Jason Horcastas, Jason Specklin, Jason Street, Jason Vasquez, Jeff Ackerman, Jeff Bizarre, Jennifer Reyes Carrero, Jenny Ebarb, Jeremy Hudson, Jesse Miller, Jesse Rain, Jim and Manu, Jimmy Slonina, Joe Magistralio, John Carter, John Jacob Schooperheimer Schmidt, Johnny Parker, and Jordan Smith. Thank you all so much. We sure do appreciate you.
We do.
Mastrangelo. We should have switched lists, Jacob. I had that one.
We should have. Mastrangelo. That's it. I hear these names and know them, but then you see them and you just have no idea how to say.
You're on the spot. You're on the spot. All eyes are on you with these thank you lists.
This is the Wednesday episode, yeah? So this goes out Thursday, is that right? Or Wednesday?
That's right.
All right. So I want to give a heads up to Scoops. We're aiming for a Friday night Zoom hang, 9:30 EST, my time. So it'll be 7:30 on the West Coast, but then we'll go for a couple hours of playing some games and hanging out and chatting.
You said that'll be Friday, Paul?
That'll be Friday night.
Friday, January 23rd.
That is correct. Friday, January 23rd, this coming week. And I will send out the invites through Patreon shortly. After our second recording here, and try and get that all squared away. Leon is coming aboard. Thank you, Leon, to help lead us through some games. It's going to be a real fun night. Yeah, we're all going to have a good time. These hangouts have been exceptionally fun, so I'm looking forward to it. And please hop on board and join us on Friday night. And I don't have to. I'm on vacation right now, so I don't have to work. I don't have to worry about getting up early. So I'll be well rested and feeling bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Who knows? I might go for a while playing games. Who knows? And hopefully Matt and Jacob can drop by at some point in the evening, even just to say hi.
Yeah.
When is it?
It's going to be Friday night, 7:30 your time starting.
I will be performing a show in
Okay.
Cincinnati, I believe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why we're doing a double today, is because Paul or Matt can't do it on Friday.
Yeah. So January 23rd, I'm in Lexington. January 24th, Cincinnati. January 25th, Bloomington, Indiana. Then off to Chicago. And January 27th, I'm playing a comedy club there. 28th, Green Bay, Wisconsin. 29th, Madison, Wisconsin. And January 30th, Milwaukee. And January 31st, Wabash, Indiana. So there you
I'll
go.
also give a shout out to the 31st. That's Saturday the 31st. Myself and my friend Sarah are going to be teaching my free improv workshop that night. And I've already put the stuff up on Scoop Group and whatnot. Appreciate everybody retweeting and sending out the word to people you might know. If you're in the area, or you might even find yourself traveling to the area, it's out there near Pittsburgh in, what's the place called? I can't remember the name of the crazy little town. But yeah, look it up online. It's right there. It's on Scoop Group and whatnot. But it's free class, 2 hours of fun with me and Sarah teaching some improv. Come check us out, hang out, come see me. It'll be great times.
Remember, there are no bad things that happen in improv, only gifts.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.
I am hoping the weather holds the next couple of weeks. It's going to be kind of crazy out here, I think.
Bunch of
fun, yeah.
Zap!
Trenum, that's the town.
Trenum. Nobody hit stop.
All right.
Let's see. I'm going to take us off of Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. We'll be back up on Twitch here in a few minutes.
Yeah.